All right, guys, 60 seconds, 60 seconds. We're going to get this call started. Get everyone on this call, guys. I'm fired up. Welcome to the call. Welcome, 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 each and every one of you. Welcome to this incredible call tonight. This is our launch. This is our launch of Project 200. All right, guys, let's go. All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Good night to every single one of you. If you are on this call, that means you want to be a leader. You want to be someone that's taking the mantle. You want to be someone that wants to carry the torch of belief, of hope, that great things could actually still happen in the lives of average, regular individuals. So if you are on this call and you are excited, I want you to show me some love in the chat. Show me how excited you are. Put 777 in the chat. Let's see how excited you are. Oh man, everyone is on this call. We are super excited for each and every one of you. Guys, Project 100. That's what's going on here right now. Project 100, guys. I am super excited about what's taking place right now in this organization. And I know that this is just the beginning, right? It is just the beginning. All right. Hold on a second. Let's see what's going on there. Ooh. I try to shoot the thing in the background. Hopefully you guys can see it. Project 100, right? Let me take that off for a second there. All right. There we go. So we have a couple of people that are excited. We have about 350 people on the call. And if you're on this call, guys, it simply means that you are excited about Project 200. Project 200. First and foremost, some house rules. All right. Over the next 90 days, like a broken record, every single individual that's on this call, you want to be talking about 200 platinum 1000s. All right, as this call progresses, I do expect more people to get on. And here's what I want you to do, right? This is a call with a difference, okay? This is a call with a difference. If you're watching TV, take the television off, right? If you are distracted right now, Now is not the time to be distracted. If you're driving, now is not the time to be driving. You need to have a notebook. Okay, you need to have a notebook right now, right? You need to have a notebook. You need to have your pen, and you need to be taking notes. You don't want any distractions right now. Okay, successful people do things a particular way. All right, I was spending time with my family before I came here. Spent some time by my mother, my father, went to see them, made sure that they can see their grandson. But guess what? This call was at 9 p.m. Trinidad time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I left there to make sure that I can be home so that I can speak to you guys without any distractions. I can tell you guys this, a short pencil is better than a long memory. Tonight, we're going to be doing some teaching. I'm going to be teaching you guys the skill sets, exactly what's necessary for you to be able to develop a Platinum 1000 organization if you're not yet a Platinum 1000. And also, for those of you that are already leaders, to create the type of environment, atmosphere, for you to be able to foster the growth of developing many Platinum 1000s in your organization. So again, make sure that you're in a quiet space. Make sure that you have no distractions. You need to tell your family right now, hey, listen, I'm about to go into a millionaire mindset training, and I really want some space, right? Make sure no one is calling you. No one is going to be distracting you right now. Put the kids to bed. My son is already in bed. Hopefully I don't talk too loud to wake him up. But guys, now is your time. You are investing into you. You know, guess what? Guess what happens so many times? Many individuals, they get started with the company and they're excited and they're enthusiastic and, you know, they put a lot of effort into building their business, but rarely do they ever put time into investing into themselves. You pour out into many people. We have 400 people on the call. Excellent. Let's get it up to 500. I expect 500 leaders on this call. And I know that our African group, they are sleeping right now. So maybe we have a couple of them. Is anyone here from Africa? By the way, yes, pull over on the shoulder, as Stephon said. Now is the time to pull over on the shoulder. Yeah, anyone here is from Africa on the call? I'm not sure if we have any of our African team members from Nigeria or Kenya. Africa is in the house. Oh, wow. Well, look, you see, that's the level of sacrifice that you're willing to pay to be on this call. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Africa is on the call. Somebody said, I am not hearing. You need to make sure and select internet audio on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. You're going to click the mic and make sure you select internet audio. Okay? Excellent, guys. So Project 200, you know, how did we come up with this? And to be honest with you, I was speaking with my mentor and he said to me, Gary, I'm looking at your business and I believe this is what your organization can accomplish in 90 days. And you may ask yourself, why? Why do leaders do things the way that they do it? And I want you to know that this is very strategic. This is very well planned out because our next major event is going to be in Miami. Okay, we're talking about that. It's called SOARS, all right? That's when iMarkets Live will be soaring. You know, before we had the rise of iMarkets Live, now we're going to be having iMarkets Live is going to be soaring. That means it's going to be soaring to new heights of success. And to be honest with you, that particular event in Miami is the coming out event of iMarkets Live, where we will be showcasing a lot of the success, tangible success. Why? We're going to be giving out 5-figure ring earners. If you have earned over 5 figures with the company within a 12-month period, you're going to be earning a ring, an earner ring. We also have $100,000 earner rings, $250,000 earner rings, $500,000. We're going to have $1 million rings, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. I believe they're going to end at 5 million, not more than that. So we're going to be giving out these rings at the convention. Also, we're going to be doing a magazine. Okay, this magazine is coming out to showcase, again, the evidence of what has transpired here with iMarkets Live in the last 18 months or so. Because, you know, just for those of you that don't know, a lot of people are coming into our organization And, you know, they probably don't know what the story is. But when we got started, you know, October the 8th, I signed up. I went into the system October the 8th, 2016, after getting the presentation from Chris Terry, Isis Delatorre, and also Alex Morton. And when we saw the vision of what this company wanted to do in the lives of average, regular individuals, we decided to get started. We decided to partner with this company. Why? Because of the vision, simply because of the vision. And right around that time, when I got started with the company, there was someone who was a chairman 10, but an unqualified chairman 10, right? So they hit the level of chairman 10, but they were kind of unqualified at that time when I got started. So there were some people that were in the business, but they were not necessarily believing in the opportunity the way that they should. And when I came into the company, I didn't come in knowing, you know, the baggage or what people may be going through. I came in and I saw 12 customers, $600 a month residual. It blew my mind. I'm like, hold on, 12 customers, $600 a month residual? Are you serious? By the way, let me make it absolutely clear, abundantly clear. A bunch of you don't know, right? I'm gonna help you out. A bunch of you don't know. In the industry of network marketing, listen to me carefully. It is not normal for the average person to be making $600 a month residual, right? That is kind of abnormal, right? It is kind of abnormal, right? It is kind of abnormal. It's not normal for people to get into a company, build a network, and just with 12 customers, right? The company's paying you $600 a month for just maintaining 12 customers. $600 in North America extra is going to save a household. It's also going to save a marriage, right? Yes, we have created a condition in iMarkets Live where, you know, $600 is like nothing, right? You trade, you can make that. But let me make it abundantly clear. It is not normal. I want you to do some math with me. Just think about you having 100 people in your group consistently every single month earning $600 a month residual. This is outside of trading. We're talking about building today. You guys know we don't do these trainings very often, all right? We focus a lot on trading. But tonight, we're hardcore talking about building your network marketing business. We're not talking about portfolio income. We're talking here about passive residual income. They're two separate incomes. You have to respect them both for you to be able to earn at the highest level. And there are some principles that you must maintain for you to be able to do this at an all-time high. I'm talking about you becoming a professional within this particular space. All right, guys? So I was mentioning to you guys before, so many people, you know, they give a lot, they give out a lot, but they are not investing into themselves. Tonight, I am going to be pouring into every single one of you. All right, I'm going to be pouring into you my heart, my knowledge, the wisdom that I've gained from my mentor, David Emunitier. I'm going to be pouring into you right now. So you don't want to be distracted. You really want to be taking notes. I'm not just taking notes word for word, but you want to also get the sense as to why I'm saying what I'm saying. And I can tell you guys that this training is going to be the best that I've ever done in my life because I completely believe in this Project 200. I know without a shadow of a doubt that this organization in 90 days that we can accomplish a minimum of 200 new Platinum 1000s. Platinum 1000. It's only 30 customers. If you don't know, it's simply 12, 12, 6. 12 in one leg, 12 in your second leg, 6 in your third leg. That's a total of 30 customers. And I'm going to break it down. I'm not just going to give you the numbers, but I'm going to also give you the activity that you need to do. All right. Now, to be honest with you, my thermostat right now, when I sponsor someone that wants to build a business, and I identify them having the ability to go Platinum 1000, in my mind, I set that up for only 30 days. 30 days. We're doing this at snail speed. I'm saying from now, within 90 days, that you will be a P1000. Matter of fact, let's do a test. Let's do a test, okay? Let's do a test. I'm going to look at the chat. May the 30th, I'm so happy and grateful I'm P1000. Shane Ford, that's what I'm talking about. So look, you can do it shorter than 90 days, but I want you to get it done. It's really simple and easy on a call like this for you to say, hey, I'm going P1000. All right? I'm going P1000, I'm going P1000. But if you don't have a plan of action and you don't follow through with that plan, guess what? It's not going to happen. All right? If you are on this call and you are not yet a Platinum 1000, I want you to put 1 in the chat. So that's just 2 ones. 1 if you're not yet a Platinum 1000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. 40, Cornelius Chester, who's that? Man, you already P1000. What are you talking about? Only people who are not yet a P1000, right? So we have 468 people on this call. I'm pretty much sure that we have at least 200, more than 200 people on this call that have not accomplished the rank of Platinum 1000 as yet. Okay, Platinum 1000 as yet. You may ask yourself, well, Gary, it's really not that important to me to get to P1000. If you are on this call, write this down, and you want to build a network, you have to go P1000, right? It's impossible for you to develop other Platinum 1000s in your group if you have not done it first. Our style of leadership is that we lead by example. We love God, we love people, and we lead by example. Okay? I was able to accomplish Platinum 1000 in literally 2 meetings. I did a pre-launch, right? I did a pre-launch call. Then 10 of us flew out to Houston, Texas. I would consider 2 meetings. And when we flew out to Houston, we saw the concept of iMarkets Live. And in my first 24 hours, I personally enrolled 24 personal customers in my first 24 hours. And we had right around 42 to 45 people that were in the system within our first 24 hours. Okay? So I know what I'm saying. From day one, all I have been doing, let me help you guys. Within our first 30 days, our goal was Project 100. Project 100, and that was to help in 90 days, to help 100 people to earn $1,000 a month. The exact same project that we're doing. But guess what? Back then, I set the goal for 100, but we did not hit 100. In 90 days, I still went chairman 25, right? So sometimes when you set the goal, you may not necessarily hit the goal, right? But guess what? You can still accomplish your corporate goal. And it's the same thing for you. If you're on this call, you're not yet a Platinum 1000, I'm telling you, that's why we're giving you 90 days, right? Because the truth is you can go Platinum 1000 in 30 days. You can really go P1000 in 30 days, right? All it takes is focus. A lot of people are just not focused, right? Your mind needs 3 things. Your mind needs a focus, your mind needs instructions, and your mind needs a hero. Those are the 3 important things that your mind needs. So if you are giving your mind a focus, I am so happy and grateful now that I am a Platinum 1000 in iMarkets Live by this date. Guess what? And you keep saying it over and over again. Matter of fact, anything that you do for 21 days, anything that you do for 21 days at a specific time, and I would recommend that you say your goals aloud, audibly aloud, at least 12 times in the morning and 12 times at night, and you want to do it in front of the mirror, right? This is after you do the work or on your way to doing the work. What I used to do is with my rearview mirror, while I'm driving, I'm looking at myself in the rearview mirror, and I'm basically talking to myself while I'm driving to a presentation. Before I go into a meeting, I'm declaring my goals. So when people hear me speak, they're not just hearing the presentation, but they're hearing the belief behind what I'm doing. I want you to notice a lot of people complicate this thing. They say, hey, I need to become a master trader to go platinum 1,000. And that's not the truth, right? You don't need to be a master trader to become a Chairman 500. My mentor, David Amunitie, is a Chairman 500, and he is not a master trader, right? You don't need to become a master trader to go P1000. Do you know what you need? You need belief. When I got started with the company, I didn't even know how to open a broker account. Why did I go P1000 in 24 hours? Ask yourself that question, right? Why did I go P1000 in 24 hours? It's because of belief. I saw the vision of the company, and I believed in who created me, and I believed in me, and I knew that I can put 30 people into this project. I knew that. I knew that, like, my skin is black. I knew that I could get that done. So if you're on this call, I want you to write it down. Where is my belief system right now? Write that down. Where is my belief system right now? Okay? Where is my belief system right now? Let me get into the training because I'm getting completely fired up here right now. Let me get into the training. 1 second, guys. All right. Let me get into the training. We're going to be talking about, hopefully you guys are ready to take notes. I'm telling you, this is going to be the best training that I've ever done. By the way, I have an announcement to make before we get into this training. I want to do it before I do the training, right? I want to do it before we do the training. Let me see. Do we have, is Raj on the call? Is Rajesh on the call? Vidish, if you're on the call, message me in the chat privately. Okay, good, Christopher. If that's Christopher Hossain, great. Is Raj on the call? Is Rajesh on the call? Rajesh Basad? All right. Maybe if anybody can get onto Rajesh Basad, let me know. Anyone can get onto Rajesh Basad, let me know real quick. Okay. Yeah, everybody needs to be on this call, guys. I wanna make an announcement, and I know this guy's probably running like crazy right now. I'm looking at ours and I'm not seeing him here. Right? Hey, Vidish, if you're on the call, make sure that Rajesh Prasad is on this call. Right? Message him right now. Give me 1 second, guys. This is important before I even do the training. I wanna make an announcement, guys. Some massive just happened. Okay, good. Okay, somebody. Okay, there we go. We have 500 people on the call right now. Vidish, yes, trying to get him. He was doing a presentation. I knew that, right? Tell him to get his butt on the call. I saw him. He's now messaging me. Hold on. I am on screen. I can hear. Okay, send me a message privately so I can. Okay, man, what kind of fancy name is that you have there? Val. Yeah, if you message me, I'll be able to see you and then I'll be able to unmute you. Okay. You said it's B. Let me look for it. 1 second, guys. Bro, I'm not even seeing that name. Screen, Genie, blank. What is the name of, what's your name? Well, I know, but I'm not seeing you as Rajesh. Where are you? I'm seeing R. Okay, there we go. I found you, bro. Boom. Could you hear me, Rajesh?
No, this is a different Rajiv. This is Rajiv from
massive announcement to make here tonight. Unmute yourself, Raj. I just saw you. Okay, hold on. You're unmuted now. Could you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello? Yes?
Awesome, bro. Awesome, man. Awesome, brother. Hey, look, guys. I want to. If you could put on your camera. We have a massive announcement to make tonight. Right? Let me tell you guys this. Number one, events work. All right? The system of events work. This gentleman, I'm not sure if you're in a position. Are you in a position, Rajesh, to put on your camera?
No, what happened? The screen gone blank. I'm just going to log out and log back in.
Okay, no worries, no worries. But look, guys, today I want to make this announcement. Vidish, are you on the call? Matter of fact, I'm gonna let Vidish make this announcement. Make this announcement real quick, Vidish. I just unmuted you.
All right, good night, everybody. All right, so for those of you who don't know Rajesh Prasad, he's one of my personal enrollments. He's my ex-high school teacher in Vision Boys College. He taught me history and social studies. And, you know, I enrolled this gentleman to the part of last year. And guys, today this gentleman has broken the rank in fine style of Platinum 5,000.
What? Boop, 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 boop. That's what we're talking about. Brand new Platinum 5,000 Rajesh Prasad.
They call him the Oil Raja Lou Pips. For those of you who was at the event, you would have seen him on stage in that flashy red jacket. You know he had some extra money coming in that he could have spent. When to the most it become the more this gentleman is one hard worker. Old man, and I'm working some of our younger ones. Hey, this guy is one hard worker. I want to give it up for Rajesh Prasad right now. Well, very well deserved.
Wow. Raj, talk to me, man. How do you feel, man?
This feeling is amazing. It's something that, you know, I work towards. I'm not going to stop working because I know the next rank is just a little bit away because of, you know, the work that I put in. I have to tell people, you got to put in the work. Actually, I now finished the presentation. I'm on my way home. You know, the feeling really didn't set in as yet. I guess on Friday evening, it may, because tomorrow's presentations again. But, you know, just the mere fact of going to Platinum 5,000, it's a goal that I had carded initially because I do everything in steps, basically.
Right.
And I have achieved that, you know, having achieved that, I know nothing is impossible in this business. So, hey, chairman is just a step away, and I'll continue to work.
That's what
really
I'm
happy.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Rogers, before you jump off the call, we're talking about P1000s. How many Platinum 1000s and above you have in your group right now?
I've got 3 Platinum 1000s. Actually, one of them is a Platinum 2000. That's my wife. Yes, so there's a Platinum 2000 and 2 1000s, and I have a couple that is just on the verge of breaking. So that is very, very important. That is what would have brought me to this level. You know, I'm actually attempting to break the Platinum 1000s. I follow the plan, and if it's one thing I always do, and I'm grateful to you, Videsh, and all the other leaders in Trinidad with whom I have come in contact with. I mean, the mentorship is always there. I want to tell everybody that the support that we have from this team, it's immense. It's what keeps me going. I can't do it on my own, obviously. I need the assistance of others, and it's always there.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, Rajesh, for sharing that, brother. Man, I'm proud of you. Brand new Platinum 5000, guys. He's an incredible trader as well. So, all of our leaders, we have created that condition, where people are great at building, but they're also great traders as well. So, congratulations to you. I know we're gonna bust that flyer out in a couple minutes as well. But again, I wanted to make that announcement. Just yesterday, we broke another Platinum 2000, and yesterday, this morning we broke a Platinum 2000. Yesterday we broke a Platinum 2000. I mean, ranks are breaking like crazy right now because of exactly what I'm going to train you guys on. So hopefully you have your pen and your notepad, because we're going to get into this training here. It's called 90 Days to Freedom. Okay, 90 Days to Freedom. Every single one of you on this call here, in 90 days, you can experience freedom. Right? And let me explain that. Let me put that into different categories. I don't know where you are with your monthly expenses, but I do know this: an extra $1,000 a month on top of what you're earning because you're doing this part-time, that is going to give you a sense, you're going to start to get a sense of freedom. That means you're able to pay your bills much better. You're able to breathe a little better. You're able to save some more. You're able to invest some more, right? There's levels to this, right? Maybe within 90 days, you're able to supplement your full-time income. We're going to talk more about that. But guess what? In 90 days, every single individual that's on this call, you can experience freedom in 90 days. There is freedom in the 90-day Blitz, right? There's freedom in the 90-day Blitz. Now, what I want to go over here with you guys is some of the daily activities, all right, on the 90-day game plan. And you may ask yourself, why 90 days? Okay, why 90 days? We did a bit of this training in Trinidad at the summit, but guess what? There's a lot of people that were not able to see it. And obviously now with the intimate setting being home, you would really be able to appreciate this. All right, so why 90 days? Why do I have to do a 90-day Blitz, Gary? It's simple, because you cannot achieve anything of significance in building a network in working in 1 month, right? If you don't have the experience, right? You have to do something called build up momentum, okay? And how are you going to do that, right? Why 90 Blitz? Why the 90-day Blitz, sorry. And the purpose of the 90-day Blitz is to create consistent, listen to that word, consistent personal momentum that will lead to massive group momentum. Okay, write that down. What is the purpose of the 90-day Blitz? It is to create consistent personal momentum long enough, because people are going to do more of what they see you do rather than what you tell them to do. So if you could show them consistently, personally, for 90 days, guess what? That means you're now creating a movement of people working consistently for 90 days. I see people come out of events or get started and they're excited for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But guess what? After the first month, they start losing focus. They start getting distracted. It takes 90 days of consistent focus with your personal activity. And guess what? It would lead to people now starting to duplicate and to replicate the very said activity that you are doing. Remember, what makes network marketing different is that in the job environment, a boss is telling somebody what to do. And that person who is giving the instruction is not doing the work. But in network marketing, what makes it more doable, what makes it more believable, what makes it more palatable for the people that are following you is that they are seeing you doing it. That the best form of leadership is leading by example. So your consistency for 90 days of activity, and I'm going to go through the type of activity When you maintain that for 90 days, everyone that's going to decide to build, we're not talking about customers, but everyone that decides to build the business, they will follow that same type of activity. So that is why the 90 days. And the first thing that we want to talk about on the 90 days is what we call PS3. Okay. The first thing that I want you to write down is exposure is everything, but your fortune is in the follow-up. We're gonna focus on exposure right now. Okay. You know, you cannot build a business without exposure. It's either you are, I'm going to go through the different types of exposure, but it's either you're doing it in person, via the internet, or you're sending people, you know, the links and so forth. So I'm going to go into details of that, but we're going to talk right now about PS3, okay? Piquing interest. So you're going to pique someone's interest, and I'm going to give you the piquing interest question. The S stands for showing the presentation, showing the plan, and 3 represents 3-way phone calls. Peak, show, call. Peak, show, call. So every day you want to play the game of PS3, right? Remember, you have to have fun doing this. You want to play the game of PS3. It's a game. You want to have fun. And to me, everyday prospecting is fun for me. And I know I'm adding value to people so I can enjoy sharing this information with as many people as possible. So you're going to pique their interest. What is a piquing interest question? In the last 10 to 15 years, based on the amount of money that flowed through your personal bank account, how much money have you made on that money? That's one piquing interest question. The next piquing interest question you can ask is, quick question. You know, are you interested in learning how to multiply your own money the same way the banks do? Right? Somebody would be like, of course. You know, how can I be a part of that? Real simple, guys. You could now show the plan. So you ask the piquing interest question. Matter of fact, you know, maybe you might be at the coffee shop, right? Maybe you might be at the coffee shop. Maybe you might be, you know, hanging out with some friends or family, you may be trading, and they see your empty phone. You say, hey, would you like to learn how to make money from your cell phone? Or would you like to turn your cell phone into an ATM? Or, hey, how much money have you made from your cell phone today? Those are all piquing interest questions. You can come up with creative ways of piquing interest, showing the plan. How do you show the plan, right? So we spoke about presenting, right? The information. And how are you going to share the plan, right? You can do it obviously if you're prospecting via WhatsApp. You ask the piquing interest question. They may say, hey, how do I get more information? You may not be able to present the information to them, you know, physically, but you can send them to the presentation. By the way, many of you on the call here, you have been able to access the DVD that I created for the group. All you have to do, you can give them, if you meet them in person, you can give them the DVD, or you can use my mentor's presentation, imlpresentation.com. You can send them that link. They can look at the information. Once they're finished looking at the information, you now want to do a 3-way phone call. Okay, you want to now do a 3-way phone call. So every single day, you want to be doing at least 2 to 3 exposures every day. Let's do some math. Okay, let's do some math here. If you do 3 exposures a day times 5, that's now 15 exposures per week. Times 4, you have done at least 60 exposures. Right? If your ratio is 1 out of 10, that means for every 10 people you expose to the opportunity, 1 gets started. Let's just say that's where your ratio is right now. What will determine you having that type of ratio? You may not necessarily have a lot of success. I need you to understand that. This is a numbers game. Write that down. Network marketing and exposure, it is a numbers game. I see people get so caught up every time they expose a person and that person does not decide to join with them, they are upset, right? They feel like giving up. Maybe 3 people decide to say no, or 4 people decide to say no. And I've seen people literally give up a multi-million-dollar industry in network marketing, which is, matter of fact, multi-billion-dollar industry, and their opportunity to trade when 4 people or 5 people told them no. That is the worst thing to do. You have just given up your freedom because of this opportunity, because of 5 people saying no. Are you serious? Come on, right? This is leadership. Okay, if your ratio is 1 out of 10, great. That means you just need to do more, right? I know some people, you know, they may say, hey, well, I'm good enough. Every person that I talk to, guess what? They're gonna say yes. Guess what? The person who may not be able to believe like that, but will do more exposures, will always beat you every single time, right? So if your exposure is 1 out of 10, that means in 1 month, you should have at least 6 personal enrollments, 6 personal customers. That's if you go 1 out of 10. Now, what will increase that is if you are, you know, you have more results, more success. My ratio right now is pretty good, right? I would say 1 in every 2 people I talk to say yes. And the person that says no is because you just don't have the money to start, right? That's where my ratio is right now. Why my ratio is there? Because I have the credibility, I have the success. The more results you get, the higher your ratio grows. Does it make sense, guys? If you go 1 out of 10, sorry, if you go, you know, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, you're going to be a 6-figure and 7-figure earner in the industry of network marketing. All right, guys? So you pique their interest, you share the plan through your phone call. So look, for 90 days, you do this, right? For 90 days, you do this. That means in 90 days, you would have at least exposed 180 people. So let's just say in your first month, you did it, 60 people alone, right? But then you taught 2 other people to do it. So that means in 1 month, you have 120 people plus your 60 people, which is 180 people. So the same work you'd have done in 3 months with duplication, developing 2 other people to peak, show, and through your phone call, guess what? You can now ramp up your numbers of exposure to 180 people. Don't underestimate that, guys. And this is just the exposure, the peak, show, peaking and sharing the plan through your phone call. This is just the PS3. By the way, this is separate and apart from the type of exposure that I'm going to go through right now. Let's talk about the 3-way phone call. So let's just take, for example, I want to teach you guys tonight, okay? We don't want to take anything for granted. Luke Kwamina, right? I'm going to unmute you. And let's just say you were going to introduce someone to me. How would you edify? I just unmuted you.
All right. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you know, the introduction is very, very simple. Let's say I was talking to Jones. I would say, "Good day, Mr. Jones. You know, I spoke to my personal mentor, Sir Gary Kurt McSween, about getting an opportunity to meet with you. He said he'll be able to take a few minutes out of his time. Just before we make the 3-way phone call, I want you to know about this gentleman. He has mentored, you know, over 5 people right now who have multiple 6-figure income. He's in the industry for about 5 to 6 years. He works with one of the #1 income earners in the world. And he has been able to help a lot of families become financially free. His organization is well over 9,000. Now, he told me he would take a few minutes out of his time to be able to connect with you. So I'm going to go ahead and make a connection where we can call him, and so that we can be able to connect with Mr. Gary Kurt.
Awesome, Luke. Thank you so much for sharing that. So you guys would have gotten an idea of what the type of edification that needs to take place before you do a 3-way phone call. Everything that he said, basically, he's talking about the success that I've been able to create. You want to do a 3-way phone call with someone that is your plugged in upline. Okay, that means someone who's already having the success. You don't want to do a theory phone call with someone that's necessarily not as successful as you are. Okay, you want to leverage someone who has more results than you are, and you want to go upline for that. Does that make sense, guys? So the edification is done before you put the person on the three-way phone call. Don't connect the three-way phone call and you're now edifying. Do the edification before, because edification is like a hot potato. Luke is going to edify me. And when I come onto the call and I speak to the prospect, in return, I am going to edify Luke Kwamina to the prospect so that the prospect knows that they are connected to the right individual. That's the purpose of a three-way phone call. A three-way phone call is the most underutilized tool in the industry of network marketing. Guys, this training here is going to allow us to build a monster organization. I'm not talking about just the regular type of stuff. I'm talking about an organization in the hundreds of thousands of people. This type of information, it sounds simple, but I'm telling you, I got this from people who build organizations of millions of people. The key to building a successful network marketing business is making the activity simple for everyone to do. All right, guys, so do not take this training for granted. Now, let's talk about presenting. There are 3 skills that you must master in building a network: presenting, prospecting, and promoting. We did a bit of prospecting there. We're going through the peak interest showing plan through a phone call. All right, prospecting is confidence, sharing the information, doing the PS3 every single day. It's confidence and it's belief and it's excitement. Let's talk about one of the skill sets, which is presenting. Okay, now I tell people all the time, some people say, well, how have you become so good at doing the presentation? Guys, I remember my very first presentation in iMarkets Live. I didn't know anything about trading. I got the PowerPoint. By the way, you should be able to access the PowerPoint from imltrain.com or imluniverse.com. It's out there. We have the PowerPoint circulating throughout all the groups. And if you don't have it, it's not my fault. You just need to go to your upline and you will be able to access the PowerPoint. Now, one-on-ones. One-on-ones is where you start developing your presentation skills. The more one-on-ones you do, the better you get. Remember, it's 2 ways you learn: emotional impact, spaced repetition. So now, if you are able to now repeat these presentations, you do many, many one-on-ones. Let's just say your 2 to 3 exposures every day, you're doing a one-on-one. So that means you're doing 3 personal one-on-ones every day. You're going to become incredible at the presentation in 90 days. And, someone's going to meet you after 90 days and they're going to be like, oh my goodness, you are so proficient. Or they didn't know that all you've been doing is saying the exact same thing over and over and over again. I met someone, one of my leaders asked me today, Mr. McSweeney, we want to make this thing different. Guys, all I have been saying since I got started is the exact same thing, and I got rich doing the same boring, same presentation over and over and over again. You're doing it over and over again, but you're doing it to someone new over and over and over again. So a lot of one-on-ones, right? You want to do a lot of one-on-ones. Then you want to do a lot of two-on-ones. That means with someone in your group plus yourself, you can now do a two-on-one presentation. And then we have group meetings. Now check this out. You want to do at least 3 to 4 exposures per week. If you are on this call and you can commit to doing 3 to 4 exposures for the week, I'm not talking about a day, for the week, I want you to say, put 2-2 on the chat. Put 2-2-2 on the chat. If you believe you could commit to at least 3 to 4 exposures a week. Now check this out. We have 500 people on this call. 500 people times 4, that's 2,000 exposures per week. But guess what? We don't have that going on right now. We don't. We do not have 2,000 exposures going on every week. Because some of you on this call are not doing 3 to 4 exposures a week. I know that. you're not doing at least 3 to 4 group presentations per week. You're not doing that. Do the numbers in your group, right? And let me tell you this, in order for you to grow the numbers, you need to know the numbers, right? You need to know the numbers. There is a training that my mentor did on the calendar. You want to master that because that's how you're going to schedule in your presentations. Leaders on the call, listen to me very, very carefully. If you cannot map how much exposures you are doing, then guess what? You cannot map how much your group is doing. And if you cannot map how much your group is doing, you cannot measure the growth of your business, right? My mentor said, we don't believe in for miracles to happen. I tell people all the time, when someone goes Chairman 10, it's not a surprise to me. Joshua Ramcharan is about to go Chairman 10. That's not a surprise. It's not a surprise because they are doing a lot of exposures every day, right? Matter of fact, let me bring up this young man here, right? I want you all to see that this is not by flukes, right? This is not by chance. Is Joshua on the call? Okay, there we go. Josh, I just unmuted.
Yes, sir.
I just unmuted you. Josh, okay, let me ask you this. How many exposures do you do per day? On average?
How many exposures?
Yes, I don't know if your internet is good, but how many exposures?
Well over. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right. So we do between, right now our average rate is between 10 to 30 on a daily basis.
Presentations?
Oh, no, not presentations. That's like connecting with groups.
Okay, but how many presentations you do on average a day?
Oh, so right now, today alone, we did well over 6 presentations. And right now, I'm actually doing one right now while I'm on the call.
Okay, you shouldn't be doing any exposures during this training though, but it's okay. So you're averaging about 5 presentations a day.
Correct.
At least.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Y'all see what I'm talking about? And guess what?
We're not sleeping.
He just broke a personal platinum 2000. Sorry, well, one level beneath him, right? So he just broke a P2000 in his group. And that young man is same thing. He's doing multiple exposures every day. And guess what? They are all trading as well and doing very well at it. But they are passionate. They love this opportunity and what it has done in their lives. And they want to share it with as many people as possible. That's why it's not a surprise to me that he is going, him and his group, they're one of the fastest growing groups that I have right now. That's why they're going Chairman 10. And he's 26. He's 26 years old. And he can trade. He spent the time studying trade, and he can trade, right? He's full-time, right? So if you're on this call, you want to start mastering one-on-ones. You want to start mastering two-on-ones. You want to start doing group presentations. You never do a one-on-one without the end result leading to you now having a group presentation, because one person should open the door for at least 100 warm contacts. This is how you build without having to go into the cold market all the time, right? You want to make sure that when you do a one-on-one and they want to now build a business, it should lead to a group meeting. When I get someone in the business, I want them to build a list of 100 callable names. Now, that's their warm market, which is now my hot market. They now do the invitation. I show them how to invite. Boom, we do the launch call. We now tap into an entire 100 people that I did not have before, right? So presentation is a skill set that you must develop. In 90 days, you must become a proficient individual in the presentation arena. Leaders on the call, if you are the only person able to do presentations, you will not build a large business. You will not, right? We're going to talk more about that. So we spoke about presentation. Now, on a weekly basis, by the way, presentation is a daily activity, right? We're talking about daily activities, right? Daily activities is what we were talking about here. So, piquing interest, showing the plan through a phone call, that's a daily activity. You want to do 2 to 3 of that per week. This is for your personal enrollments. Then you want to start doing presentations, many one-on-ones, many two-on-ones, group presentations, 3 to 4 of them per week. Leaders on the call, if you are a P2000 and above, I want you to send me a private message after the call, not before the call is over, and I want you to tell me how many people that you know that you can document that are doing a minimum of 3 to 4 presentations per week. And I'll be able to tell you where your business is and where it's going. All right. Now, let's talk about the weekly activity. So you do daily activities, but it leads into a weekly activity. Every week, you must identify people because you're doing, you're exposing people, you're doing piquing interest, sharing a plan through a phone call. People are going to get started. You want to now identify who in your business that's coming in, whether it's personal or whether it's in your group that has the ability to be launched, right? If I signed up someone personally and, I met them online and I asked them to build a list. And, when they built the list, they didn't have 100. I said, okay, no problem. What I want you to do now, they told me they want to build. I said, hey, focus on getting into trading, focus on, getting the skill set. And in the meantime, I want you to build up a list. Don't expose anyone as yet. Build up a list of at least 100 callable names. And, because they were not ready to be launched at that time. But what is the purpose of a launch? Amateurs join a company, but professionals launch their business. So someone that could be launched, here are some of the ingredients. They have influence. They will be able to have a contact list of at least 100 callable names, and you want them to write the list, right? You just don't want to go through your phone. You want to put it in your diary. So now you know exactly who you're calling. You can put some stars by their name. Hey, this person is showing up. This person is not showing up, so forth and so forth. I need to follow up on this person. Don't just leave it on your cell phone. So build a list of at least 100 callable names. And then now, they have to have a name for the launch of their business. And by the way, everyone should be talking about Project 200 like a broken record for the next 90 days. At the end of every presentation, you want to talk about 200 Platinum 1000s. Hey, my organization, in the next 90 days, we're going to help 200 people to earn $1,000 a month. So even if you're launching someone, then their launch could be Project, 5 or Project, I don't know what it is. Just whatever their name is, it tied back into Project 200. So you have to have a name for the launch of their business. They need to be believing. They need to be excited. They need to plan the date of their launch. They need to launch their business with their upline coach and then plan massive activity over 90 days. And I'm giving you the exact activity on this PowerPoint here. Hopefully you're taking notes. So boom, you launch them. So if you're now able to identify those individuals that can be launched every week, guess what's going to happen, guys? What's going to happen every week? You're going to have a new influx of new blood into your business every week because you're launching new people. Some people ask me, well, Gary, what do I need to do? How many people did you launch last week? How many people did you launch the week before? How many people did you launch before that? How many people you launched the month before that? That's why you don't have new growth going in your business, because you're not launching anyone. Amateurs join a company, professionals launch their business. Number 2, you want to now, this is now your weekly activity. On a weekly basis, you want to now start developing 1 to 2 individuals that can be competent enough to start doing presentations on their own. So when I launch someone, I will do the presentation. And then I want them to start doing the introduction. So that's me now starting to develop them. And after me doing 4 or 5 presentations, guess what? Even before that, I want you to start doing the first part of the presentation on your own. Then I'm going to come in on the second part. The first part, you go through the products, Then I come on, I do the compensation plan and the IBO side of the business. So you want to start developing people from day one. Don't be so overly excited because you are so great at the presentation. You not developing people, because eventually you will get tired. Right? Eventually you will get tired. If you are not duplicating your efforts, you are gonna get tired. I'm telling you, no man, I mean, we have some abnormal people, but to be honest with you, you want to do that. You guys want to hear how many presentations my mentor did for me? Y'all want to hear? Anyone want to guess how much presentations David Ameniche did for me? All right? Somebody said he did 200. He didn't do 200 presentations for me. Right? He probably did like, you know, maybe 2 or 3 presentations for me, like literally to launch my business. You know how he launched my business? He with his influence, they flew us out to Houston. None of my results, because back then I was broke as a joke, and I didn't have much results in the industry at that time. Before that, I had a bit of success. But based on his influence, they flew us out to Houston. So that was me launching my business with the right key people, right? But after that, I mean, when he came to Trinidad, he did a presentation, but I was doing this presentation, right? I was doing the presentation, guys. Okay? 1 second, guys. Hey, Clint. Hey, bro, I'm still on this leadership call. If you want, you can jump on and you can listen into the leadership call, okay? And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the setup right after. You can click on the link in the group. I'll send it to you, by the way. I'll send it to you. Oh, cool. That's a new customer, guys. He just got started like 2 days ago. All right? So I have to answer that. We were supposed to do the setup right now. Look, you don't think I'm playing? That's a brand new personal customer, right? Brand new personal customer. Let me send it to him right there. Boom. Right? I have to set him up. So I just sent it to him. Good. So you want to be developing 1 to 2 new people every week to do the presentation. That's the key. Number 3, you want to promote the weekly meeting. Now, I know we have people all over our organization here, you know, from all around the world. But in Trinidad, we have 2 weekly main events that I am at. All right? And I think it makes sense to promote a weekly meeting that I am at. Okay? For your good. But majority of the people who are very successful, they got exposed at a weekly presentation. The weekly presentation shows validity of the business, because if you're doing a one-on-one, a two-on-one, you know, like a Zoom presentation, it doesn't show much credibility or validation of the business. But when people come to a weekly meeting and they see other individuals at a professional environment, they see others' success stories, it creates validation for the business. A lot of people underestimate the power of a weekly meeting. When we got started, and I don't say this to bash anything that was happening before, but there was no weekly meetings going on in IML. When I came into the business, we brought that type of structure based on the type of training that I got before. So the weekly meetings, a lot of people don't think it's important, but it's one of the most important events in the system of events that we have. So the weekly meeting is validation. So if you do a one-on-one, you do a group meeting with, you know, isolated for yourself, you, at the end of the weekly meeting, when you talk about the goals, you should be bam-farming them to the weekly event. Bam-farm is book a meeting from a meeting. You want to now book them for the next meeting immediately, right then and there. That's how professionals do it. All right? So you want to be promoting the weekly meeting. And number 4, every week, you want to be great at doing follow-up. Now, I want to give you a little tip here. You know, people who are professionals, they don't hound the people down. They always ask them, hey, when is the best time for us to be able to follow up with each other? You expose them, hey, before you finish, you come up the phone call with them, or the exposure with them, hey, when is the best time for us to follow up so I can answer any questions that you may have? I want to be able to, alleviate any concerns that you may have or any gray area that you may have. When is the best time for us to follow up? Great. At this time, you set the time. What I do, if I'm following up with someone, I will put a reminder on my phone, or I will put a reminder if I'm talking to them internationally. I'll put a reminder on Facebook chat, because you guys know on Facebook chat you can actually put a reminder right then and there, so you don't have to try to remember anything. Facebook message is going to remind you, hey, you need to follow up with this person. Boom, I do that. So on a weekly basis, you want to identify, develop, promote, and follow up. Let's go to the next type of activity. So this is over a 90-day period, okay? On a monthly basis, we're coming to an end. On a monthly basis, this is what you need to be doing. You want to, with this type of activity, with your personal momentum, obviously you should be able to go P1000 in 90 days. And that means you should at least enroll 30 customers in 90 days. This is just for the regular people. If you're on this call, you want to go Chairman 10, you want to be able to personally enroll 30 customers in 1 month. If you don't do that, you're not going to do it fast, right? You're going to do it slow. If you want to do this thing really, really fast, you can do 30 personal enrollments in your first 30 days. If you want to do it faster, okay? I'm just giving you here for the general people who are doing this thing, they want to do it part-time, they still have a life, right? If you want to come and create records, you need to do this thing in 90 days. In 30 days. Now, let's go back to our 30-day type of activity, our monthly activity. Produce. You want to produce success stories. It's no use doing all this work and you don't produce a success story. Am I making myself clear? You don't want to be doing a bunch of unproductive activity. Your activity must produce results. If in 90 days you don't take someone from just being a customer and just signing up to trade and them wanting to build, and if they want to build and you work for them for 90 days and they don't go P1000, you're doing something wrong, right? To be honest with you, to go P1000 in 1 month, it just takes 15 presentations. And if you actually do 3 to 4 exposures per week with 5 recruitable prospects, and you do at least 15 presentations, you will go P1000 in 1 month. You can do 3 to 4 group presentations per week on Zoom and do 15 exposures with one individual and their network, and they should be able to go P1000 in 1 month, right? I'm telling you this because I've done it before, okay? So as a leader, this is for the leaders. The 90-day blitz, you can break multiple P1000s in 90 days. Matter of fact, you can break 1 to 2 P1000s every month over 90 days and go to what? P5000 in 90 days, right? I know this thing like the back of my hand, right? So you want to be producing success stories. Why? Because facts tell, stories sell, right? I was telling my personal, by the way, people are jumping on the call. You need to get back on the call, guys. We don't do this call every week, right? This is not an every week call. So don't get off the call yet, right? This is not an every week call. You have to produce success stories so that you can show evidence of, hey, this is what we have been able to accomplish in the building aspect of the business. This is how many P1000s we have developed within a 90-day period, because their story is going to lend to you producing more P1000s. Next, you want to invest. As a leader, you now want to start investing in 1 to 2 individuals, listen to this, that will become your faithful multipliers. You may have someone in your group, and I see this happening a lot of times. A leader is investing a lot of their time into someone that may be faithful, but they are not a multiplier. You want to invest your time, and this type of investing is you now starting to mentor this person. You're starting to really show them the belief side of the business. You're really starting to show them, hey, what it takes to get to the next level. You're showing them how to start dressing the way that they need to be addressed. You're really investing the emotional side into that person so that they can develop into one of your top producers. So within 90 days, at the end of your 90 days, you should start to identify who is that next person that's going to be the next big story in your group. And you want to start investing into them because they are now going to start to multiply many versions of you. Does that make sense? In terms of the work ethic, the pleasing personality, right? The likability. These are attributes that you want to start investing into people so that they now can start to really become one of your top producers. Number 3, right? In 90 days, you should be able to help someone, at least 2 to 3 individuals that can replace their full-time income at their job. Within 90 days, they should be able to supplement that or exceed that in 90 days. Guess what's going to start to happen? And watch this. The more people in your group, and this is for leaders now, the more people in your group that become full-time, that's when you start producing massive residual income. Because if people have now moved from part-time to full-time, guess what's going to start to happen? They will be able to start doing 3, 4, 5 presentations, not per week, but they start doing it per day. That's why Joshua is saying on average, he does 5 presentations per day because he is full-time. I don't expect someone who's part-time to do 5 presentations per day. It may not be possible. It's not impossible, but it may not be possible. We have some people who may be different. They may be animals at presentations. And even though they're part-time, they're able to still do 3 to 4 presentations per day. But the purpose of this PowerPoint, this training, is for part-time people because there is magic in part-time. But if you do it part-time properly for 90 days, you will be able to go full-time or at least produce full-time income after 90 days. And I'm not telling you something that I didn't do. Y'all want to hear the honest truth? When I started iMarkets Live, I was part-time. I was doing this. Somebody said, Gary, I'm not even blinking, right? I was doing this part-time. Yes, me, Gary McSween. I was doing the business part-time. I went chairman 25 in 90 days, in 3 months. I went chairman 25, and I did chairman 25 part-time. How many of you knew that? Tell me if you knew I did chairman 25 part-time. If you didn't know that before, say I didn't know. I did chairman 25 part-time. I did not do this full-time. I did it part-time. I was actually part-time at chairman 25 for what, 2 months, baby? 2 months before we went full-time? Yeah. I did it part-time. Chairman 25. Some people thinking, oh my goodness, I need to be full-time to go chairman 25. Nope. Nope. You can go chairman 25. Gerard is saying, oh my goodness, I didn't even know. Yeah, I did it part-time. Right? I did chairman 25 part-time. After 3 months, I went chairman 25, and then I saved up 2 months of my chairman 25 income, which exceeded what I was earning at my last job for the year. So I saved up a year earnings. Then I went full-time. Then we went ham, boom, chairman 50, 4 months after that. No problem, right? I did chairman 50 4 months after that because we were into full-time activity. So I know what I'm telling you, right? So after 3 months as a leader, the more people and you have to be focused about this. You have to be intentional about this. After 90 days, you can create at least 2 to 3 people that have now produced full-time income part-time. That's what you want to do. And this is a secret. If you're P2000 and above, listen to this carefully. If you're P2000 and above, and you want to know how do I create a stable, sustainable business, it's based on how many people that you have that are full-time with income from trading and from building, because we have both sides of the business. You have people like that, you will create a sustainable residual base of income. I'm telling you, we know this. You know, some people say, well, how is it possible to go chairman 500? We ask Mr. Maniti how many people have full-time income that are building the business. It's thousands of people. That's why the income is sustainable. There is a method to the madness, guys. The last thing, you want to repeat. You want to repeat the 90-day blitz. It takes a series of 90-day blitzes for you to get to 7-figure income. If you do it effectively, boom, 90 days, you take a rest, you celebrate, you do recognition, you celebrate all the success stories. You only after spurts of 90 days, you should be doing celebrations, right? Like I'm talking about like big recognition type of events. We just did one of those at our summit event, right? The summit event was within a 90-day gap. How many of you are paying attention to that? Some of you think that we're doing this thing like we don't know what we're doing. We're just doing these big events. No, it's that time where we celebrate, we recognize on a massive scale. And guess what starts happening? That builds more belief for us to go run for what? Another 90 days, right? So we know what we're doing. That's why the focus for the group is 200 platinum 1000s. I am so happy and grateful now that we have 200 platinum 1000s in our organization in the next 90 days. I'm so happy and grateful now that we have 200 new platinum 1000s in our organization in the next 90 days. If you're on this call, you are not yet a platinum 1000. You should be saying, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a platinum 1000 by this date or by this date, within the 90-day period that we're on this. Okay, within the 90-day period that we're on this. So at the end, within your monthly activities after 90 days, you want to repeat the exact same thing you did within the first 90-day blitz that you did. And I'm telling you this, you do this effectively. You do a series of 90-day blitzes. You will start developing the skill sets to be a professional builder where people respect you from wherever you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. People want to do business with you, right? People are coming to you because you have the credibility, you have the success, right? And let me tell you guys this. There is an 80-20 rule that I want to share with you right now. 80% of the time, you want to be communicating with your plugged-in upline. 20% of the time, you want to spend talking to the field. Don't let it be the other way around. If you are speaking 80% of the time to your group and 20% to your coach, you are not having big success. I can almost guarantee you're not having big success. Almost guarantee, right? That doesn't mean you're going to be calling your upline and spending whole day talking to your upline and doing little activity. No, you want to be communicating with them. That means you're connected. You're sending them a message. You're letting them know what you're doing, what you have going on. That type of communication, if you maintain that for 90 days, great things can happen. So be connected to your plugged-in upline. Last but not least, on the 90-day blitz, within your sequence of the 90 days, you need to stay on personal development. What is your personal development regime? What are you listening to and what are you reading? You can take 15 minutes a day and read something new so that you're able to now deposit something of value into the people that you are leading. What books are you reading? What audios are you listening to? And let me give you the secret. If you want to stay focused for 90 days, you have to pick one audio, one book, and stay on it for 90 days consistently. Don't listen to any radio. I mean, if you want to create abnormal results, you have to do abnormal things. So you can't be like watching television every day, right? No, you need to keep this $1 trillion machine focused. So you have your goal card. You're reading your goal card every day. You're listening to personal development so you don't have negative influences coming into you to distract you from your goal. You have to stay focused. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have 200 Platinum 1000s in my organization, 200 brand new Platinum 1000s in the next 90 days. I'm going to be focused on that. I'm going to have my personal development listening to it. Right now, I'm listening to Mark Yanell, The Quantum Leap. Right? You see me posting right now. Every weekly meeting we do, you see me talking about this is the month of the quantum leap. I'm expecting a quantum leap in growth in this organization. This month, you will see a quantum leap of success, of growth in your business this month. I'm telling you this because I'm speaking it. I am believing it. I'm putting that type of energy into this organization right now. I know this month we are already seeing it. We have brand new Platinum 5000s, Platinum 2000s, Platinum 1000s this very month that have already broken just after this event that happened this weekend. We're about to break multiple Chairman 10s this month, right? This month, I know we are going to be breaking at least 3 to 4 Chairman 10s are going to break in this organization this month. At least 3 to 4 Chairman 10s are going to be produced this month of May. This is May Mayhem. Right? So I know what I'm talking about. So to stay focused for 90 days, you have to stay on personal development. Find one audio, Think and Grow Rich. Listen to that audio. Or, 25 Secrets of Wealth Creation by Mark Yanell. Same thing. You can find all this on YouTube. You can use my mentor's CD, Conceive, Believe, and Achieve for 90 days. Don't listen to anything else. Find one audio and you want to devour the audio to the point where you can literally spit the audio verbatim. That's how you know it has gone now from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind. Let me tell you this, every single one of us, we have what we call a reticular activated system. It is your executive secretary that literally prevents certain information going into your subconscious mind, right? Just think about this. If you go to meet someone who's very successful, they have an executive secretary to screen out people, right? Your executive secretary right now, the only thing that it should be allowing in is your next goal. You should be absolutely focused on this. If you understand what I'm telling you right now, you train your executive secretary to only allow in the positive information because you're feeding your mind with positive information, personal development all the time, and you're not getting too much negativity into your space. I guarantee you, you will stay focused for a long period of time. I'm telling you this, no one will be able to stop you. You will be unstoppable. No one will be able to stop you because you are only going to allow in what you have trained your executive secretary to allow in. Your reticular activated system. You have to understand how the brain operates. And I'm telling you guys this, I have done this thing. I've trained myself. Nothing bothers me. I'm telling you, I'm absolutely focused. I don't allow negative energy to come into my space because I have to protect my environment for me to stay focused on something long enough to be able to produce abnormal results. And I'm telling you this, the type of skill sets that you will develop in becoming a leader in network marketing, you will be attractive and people will come. Woo, I'm sweating. People are going to come. People are going to want to do business with you anywhere in the world. All right, guys, I'm telling you this from experience. I know exactly what it takes. At this organization, we will produce, right? We will produce 200 Platinum 1000s in the next 90 days. So what I want to do right now, I want to allow some of the leaders, right? If you're Platinum 5000 and above, I want you to just share real quickly your belief system on this project, this 200 Platinum 1000 project that we're on. So Dominique, real quick, just share your excitement. I'm going to bring you up first, bring up all the P5000s to say something real quick.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Hi, Gary. Hey, everyone. Oh, my gosh. He just really broke it down for everybody. Like, seriously, he really, you can tell what he has put into this. And I don't want anybody to take this for granted because a lot of people in the industry don't share this. You'll get this in pieces. So it's really awesome that he put it together because this is actually literally like I was just telling my team, I said, this is like the MLM master blueprint. If you do this, you literally cannot fail. And I hope people pay close attention to how he says his goals all the time and looks in the mirror and does that personal development. I caught myself falling off of doing that for a few days and my whole demeanor changes and everything. But if you stay consistent for 90 days, which is, oh my gosh, I was just saying I wanted to do a 90-day something. So when he said this, I'm like, yes, we can do this. Everybody, we can do this no matter, you know, who you are, where you come from. I truly believe if you follow this guy, literally watch this video over and over, get some paper, write down everything he said. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to literally like start over, like nothing. Like I'm not P5000. I'm going P5000 again. So let's get it, everybody. I'm so excited.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dominique. Hey, Dennison, P5000. How are you feeling, man? What do you think about this 200 Platinum 1000s? How are you believing for that right now?
Bro, we'll actually have much more than 200.
Yeah, especially with this training, right? Of course.
Yeah, because I'm so excited when it was first announced, you know, in terms of the belief in going there. I believe that's for my team alone to do 30 of that within 90 days.
Wow.
And we're going to get it done. At least 30 within the 90 days, and it's going to be done.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about, brother.
So it's on. We just keeping excited. Just doing the work necessary to get it done. And we will. Notice I said we will get it done.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about, Dennison. Thank you so much, brother.
You're welcome, bro.
Let's go to you, Dr. Luke. Sorry about that. I was unmuted all the time. How do you feel about, Dr. Luke, how do you feel about this project, 200 Platinum 1000s?
Well, I see this as really, it's really the next wave of us being able to create all the new stories that we are going to really celebrate in the very next convention in Miami. Something that I heard from our mentor, Mr. David Emuniti, it's very important that leaders who are serving chairmen and above create new stories. Um, when I think about it, it really removes your personal goal out of the picture, and we really put people first. You know, I like to work with the numbers and keep seeing it in a new way. And when I think about 30 people in a month for somebody to go Platinum 1000, that's just an average of 8 people coming in that organization per week. And if you have 4 to 6 presentations, do you have enough belief that you can see to start in each of the presentations? I think it really comes back down to the level of belief that we have on this call tonight. I have
make that back for you.
Might be on the call.
Go ahead.
Somebody might be muted. Sorry about that. I have already seen what we're about to produce on stage in Miami, and I'm just encouraging the field tonight to focus. I think one of the things that has helped you, Mr. McSween, is the ability to focus for 90 days. It's one thing to know what the activity is, but what gels all the activity together and puts it on a consistent premise or base is your focus. And that is key to carry through the 90 days, because trust me, every time you set a goal, what happens is that the universe tests to see how much you believe in
Yes.
that goal by sending distractions. And so I can tell you right now, it's laser focus to the next 90 days. We're about to get some Chairman 10s on that stage in Miami, and I can't wait to celebrate them. Right back to you.
Awesome, awesome. I'm so happy right now that we have 35 Chairman 10s in this organization. This very year, I'm excited about that. That is already done. That's already in history books. It's already done. David Maloney, jump on real quick. Are you excited?
Calling David.
So David Maloney.
Calling David now.
Yes, Dara, let David speak on the call.
He just, oh shoot.
So David Maloney, if you want to talk, you need to jump on real quick, bro. All right. I guess you're not ready yet. So I'm gonna unmute you. I'm going to mute you, and I'm gonna go over to Vidish Adimola. Hey Vidish, if you're on the call, I want you to share real quick. We're gonna end this call here tonight, and we're gonna go out with a bang in terms of belief. But Vidish, just unmute yourself. I'm trying to unmute you, and I want you to just share with the people real quick your excitement. Guys, you want to hear from the top leaders. You don't want to be leaving right now. These are people who have already done what we're training on here right now. So you want to listen. Don't leave. Right? Say, Vidish. Could you hear me? You're unmuted now. Yeah, you are unmuted now. I could.
Can everybody hear me clearly?
I can hear you, bro.
Hi, good night, everybody. How's everybody doing? Guys, I was just telling my team, what you guys basically got here was the training piece of the training that was done in the summit. For those of you who were absent for the summit, you just got back gold here. You got back a recap of everything, guys. You want to take this very seriously, and most importantly, you want to implement the information that was taught here to you tonight, guys. You want to set a goal, a realistic number for your organization right now of how many out of those 200 platinum 1000s in the bigger organization that you're going to break in your own organization. And then you want to drive at that very, very, very hard for the next 90 days, guys. You have to to break platinum 1000, you have to understand the value of that rank. At $1,000 a month, guys, that rank, people are able to take care of themselves. Our lives are able to change. $1,000 is not joke money. It's small, as the guys say, compared to what iMarkets Live said. But for the average person, that is a lot of money. You have no idea of the belief system raises in somebody when they hit that level of platinum 1000. It makes them believe that the other ranks are possible, and that is the importance, the validity of that rank called platinum 1000. It's not just a rank to say, hey, it's the rank after P600. No, it's a very, very important rank in the company. And you going Chairman 10 starts with you breaking at least 10 to 15 platinum 1000s in your organization. Guys, if you can understand the power of breaking platinum 1000s, majority of you getting to that rank of Chairman 10 is done. Believe me on that, it is done. So guys, what I want to tell you right now is take that information, go run with it, understand that you are in one of the biggest industries that you will ever be in your life. I usually tell people, do not just treat this as something you just signed up in. Understand that this is an opportunity that you have been given, that not many people have this opportunity, so you do not want to waste it, and you want to make the best of it. All right, guys? So that being said, let us run for the next 90 days. You have to have razor blade precision focus. All right, do not just take this information and put it down. Take this information, implement it, run with it. With that being said, guys, good night. Do enjoy the rest of your night. Mr. McSween, I'll pass it back over to you right now.
Awesome, Vidish. So here's what I want to do. I want everyone on this call, right? If you are committing to being a P1000, at least, we have 367 people that stayed to the end. If you are committing to being a P1000 in the next 90 days, at least, I want you to say, I commit I'm going to go back and look at the numbers. I commit. If you're not yet a P1000 and you are committing to being a P1000 in the next 90 days, I want you to put I commit. I commit. I commit. I'm fired up and excited, guys. I can see it. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. If you're believing, you are excited about what we're doing here at iMarkets Live, I want you to put I commit in the next 90 days. Obi, oh my goodness, all the way in Nigeria. Obi's on the call. 50 P1000s in the next 90 days. I touch and agree with you, Obi. It's done. Let's go. Who is excited? Let's go. Woo. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't worry, he's good. My wife is excited too. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. God bless you guys. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Project 200, guys. It's done. I touch and agree. It's done. God bless you guys. Thank you for being on the call. This brings us to the end of our launch of our 90-day Blitz to 200 Platinum 1000s. You want to get this flyer. You want to post this flyer on your group chats. You want to have it as the icon for your group chats. You want to have this all over your groups. Post it every day. You want to now promote 200 Platinum 1000s. I know it's already done. We have 200 people at least that committed on this call and many others to come. God bless you guys. Have a fantastic night.